I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky.
What is going on, your feisty mofos? JonGTFO here, returning. Yes, I know, the fun will commence. Just too good to be true. But end of season 1 review. Yes, I know we finished off in October, but there's a legitimate excuse for this one. Stayed at my sister's house for a while, couldn't do any recording there, and I got mildly bored one night, so I played through the whole. It doesn't matter, okay? But season 1 is over, and this is how it went. I think you're going to be mildly impressed by what I was able to achieve. And before you ask, yes, I have a cold. It is not very nice, and I am trying not to sniff right now because it'll make a terrible video and it'll make you ill. So let's go and have a look at the fixtures list. Actually, no. We'll go and look at the league table. That's a better one. Here we are. Look at this little beauty. We finished 4th, incredibly. We managed, let me see if I can make sure I'm getting the right line, because this is a nice little texture pack, but the lines aren't very clear. This one, so we won 23 games, drew 9 and lost 6. Came up with 78 points and a goal difference of plus 35. Very, very good from the lads. I mean, as you can see, Newcastle got relegated, QPR and Norwich. Newcastle, considering they're 3rd this season so far, that was a little bit of a surprising one. But to be fair, coming 4th in the league was just... don't cough. Coming 4th in the league was absolutely ridiculous. It was nowhere near where I wanted to. I finished 6th. And I finished above Chelsea, Tottenham and Liverpool. Bloody hell. Next we head over to the FA Cup, so we're going to start in the 4th round. I can read. I am surprised. We beat Swansea 2-1. Nice little victory there. Not very many shocks in here. Chelsea beat Liverpool on penalties. Half decent performance. Man United got knocked out to Newcastle. Oh my god. Okay, Man City lost to Sunderland. Okay, there were some shocks. I am completely wrong. Jesus. 6th round, we beat Doncaster 4-0. Got a very favourable draw here, considering we had quite a few tough oppositions. I mean, Aston Villa losing 3-0 to Newcastle, done well in the FA Cup, but somehow they managed to get relegated. Whatever, I don't care. Middlesbrough beat Tottenham, Norwich beat Bolton. Bloody hell. Something's going wrong here. God damn you, Wolves beating West Ham. Fucking arseholes. Come to the 6th round, we got Middlesbrough, another favourable draw considering Chelsea. But Newcastle, the giant killers of this FA Cup, knocked out Chelsea. Arsenal beat Blackpool, and Wolves beat Norwich. So, this was the semi-final lineup. Fulham, Newcastle, Arsenal, Wolves. Incredibly enough, Wolves beat Arsenal 4-0. 4-0. I managed to beat Newcastle 3-0, which wasn't a major shock to me, but, you know, Newcastle was like 17th at the time. And I was completely dominating possession, dominating shots. Yeah, bloody blah. You know the story. But Wolves, what the fuck? I can barely talk loud enough to explain how weird that result is. I'm genuinely going to click on the match report because I haven't actually looked at this. Shamak got sent off in the 15th minute. Just look at that. Jesus Christ. Wolves really put in a shift. Bloody hell. That is something to be proud of for Mick McCarthy. That is very, very proud. So, the final was lined up, and it was me versus Wolves. We won the FA Cup. We beat Wolves 4-2 in the final. Another very, very good game. And, to be fair, we did deserve a win. We had played very well all season. I think a bit of silverware in the old cabinet was a very, very good reflection on the season. As you can see, a 4-2 victory to Fulham there. You will get a little tempting Ross Barkley goal there. Yes, I bought him. I bought him in January, so I can give that one away. But that's pretty much it, you know, 4-2. We completely fucking... Look at those shots. Come on. You know, 50% possession, yeah, but shots, that's what you really want. And shots on target as well. That's 4 out of 11s, and pretty good percentage, really. It's almost 40%. It's just under 40%, so, you know, if we get 40% shots on target every game... No, sorry, if we can score 40% of all the shots on target every game, we win by a lot more goals than we normally do. But it was a good game. Obviously, Marcelo Grovic, I still can't pronounce that sodden bastard's name, got injured in the 6th minute, which was a bit of a pain because Diarra was really low on fitness. So I couldn't bring one, so I had to bring on Ross Barkley. But in the end, it paid dividends. because he did get us a goal, and then Clint Dempsey rounded off the performance with a goal in the 90th minute, from a penalty obviously, and we won 4-2, and we lifted the FA Cup. Going to start from the 4th round again, this time in the English League Cup, or as we know it, the League Cup. Stupid titles naming things. I need to get the logos for the competition. Doesn't matter. So, another massive giant killing from us. We beat Man United 2-0. We had beat Man United earlier on in the season 2-0. And they did field a massive... I think this was the game we actually live-commed. They fielded a massively weak side, which was they're just taking the piss, to be fair. But Wolves are on fucking amazing form, knocking out the big lads, knocking out Man City 2-1. Birmingham beat Arsenal in extra time 2-0. Chelsea got knocked out to Liverpool. Liverpool getting a bit of payback for the FA Cup there. And that was pretty much it. Well, West Ham beat the fucking Yids. Go on, lads. And yeah, so let's carry on to the 5th round. So, we got Wolves yet again, but I think it was actually played before we had them in the final, so I don't know why we say yet again. But we managed to beat them 2-1 this time. Can I remember the game? I think no, I can remember. No, that's a Premier League clash. I genuinely can't remember this game. It's been a it's a lot of fixtures I've played since I last did this. So, as we can see here, West Ham knocking out Peterborough, Birmingham knocking out Leicester, and then Liverpool versus knocking out QPR. My apologies. Now, my dream final would have been Fulham versus West Ham, but sadly enough, it was not to be. Liverpool beat them 2-1. The fucks. But, never mind. Fulham with the lovely 2-0 victory in the second leg over to Birmingham. Beat them 3-0 in the first leg. No, 3-1, my apologies, in the first leg. And then 2-0 in the second. So, it was a Fulham-Liverpool final. The final was shaped up very nicely for them. But, God, Fulham versus Liverpool. Somehow, we won. We won on penalties of all things. Can you believe it? Another piece of silverware to add to our collection. That was 2 pieces now in the English League Cup, and obviously the FA Cup. So, that... the season objectives were smashed way out of proportion. A mid-table finish I was asked for, finished 4th. They weren't expecting any silverware really this season. They managed to bring home 2 domestic cups, which is just a massive achievement for the lads. And to be fair, they did get a lot of money out of it. I think it was 300k overall for the whole club for winning both. No, for winning one it was 300k. The other one was 200. Memory. Oh, okay. So yeah, we won on pen. And this was it. Charlie Adam getting a very, very early goal. The dirty Scotman. Then Steve Sidwell managed to score in, and Steve Sidwell's a weird player. He plays so well sometimes, but then other times he just doesn't look up for it. I don't know if he's a big occasion player or what, but he just really pissed me off. And Andy Carroll, the stupid twat, got sent off in extra time when he probably would have taken a penalty and probably would have scored. So if we look at the penalties here, yeah, Jamie Carragher definitely wouldn't have taken a penalty. Charlie Adam, Dirk outscored. Gerrard missed of all people. Carragher and Maxim Rodriguez. Zamora, Risa, Kevin De Bruyne sadly missing his penalty. That wouldn't have done great for his confidence. But Brian Ruiz scoring his penalty. And then Maxim Rodriguez missing his, which meant we won. We did have more shots on target and more shots overall. They had slightly more possession, but to be fair, I did think we did deserve to win this game. So, fair play to the lads. It was a good victory for us. Sadly, no Europe glory for us this season. We got knocked out by Atletico Madrid, 4-2 on aggregate. They beat us 2-1 away and at home, so, you know, I couldn't really do much about this. Atletico Madrid have got a great team, you know, Falcao, Thuram, Reyes, just some amazing players in there, and you just think about it, and they did end up being winners. So, we did go out to the winners in the end, which is it makes me feel better about it. They did beat the Yids in the final as well, which made me feel a lot better, but we went out to the winners, so we can't really say anything about that. They were the better team on both days, to be fair. So, you know, oh well, but I think we'll now go over to my transfers for last season and show you anything I did in January. This is how it looked overall. So, we got rid of Philip Senderos for 1.7 million. We brought in Wilfred from VATs, Gary Cahill, and Ross Barkley. A lot of you may have seen him on our very brief Holland online game between me, Rick and Tom. But, genuinely, for 2.5 million, I couldn't go wrong. I needed a striker to replace Zamora, or to replace Andy Johnson and Zamora, really. And this kid was touted as the next Didier Drogba, so Oh my god, my voice is going to kill me. Oh, look, his shooting's gone up. His marking's gone down. I don't really care. Influence has gone up. See, look at those physical stats. You can't argue against them. And from Vitesse for 2.5 million, he's only on 16 grand a week as well. And I think Andy Johnson was on 30 at the time. So, you know, what a signing he's turned out to be. I think, you know, he made one sub appearance this season, scored 2 goals and 1 man of the match. But this is this season, not last season, so you might as well ignore that for now. But yeah, that was our first signing. An all-out bidding war commenced to sign Gary Cahill. Liverpool and Chelsea both put offers in. They both put 5 million in, so I put 7. Because genuinely I knew that if they got the contract and I didn't, I would not, I repeat, not be able to compete with the wages they could offer. So, though both their bids got rejected, mine got accepted, and it was a transfer for 7.5 million. I think it was all over 48 months. I can't really remember back then, but to be fair, I don't think you can't argue against his stats, and he's a very, very solid English defender. And obviously did offload Senderos, so we were a man short at the back. So I decided to go and splash the cash on Gary Cahill, who has got 5 England caps, which is he's getting in there. And the third man you'll probably all know as one of the brightest prospects in English football at the moment, Ross Barkley. Plays for Everton currently in real life, but this is what happens if you bust up with your manager. He was transfer listed by request. Unbelievably, he was transfer listed by request. 18 years old, very, very solid stats, so much time to grow, and they only wanted 4 million for him, and I think I offered that all up front, so they accepted my offer instantly. Took me a while to negotiate a contract with him because he was a bit on edge. He wanted a lot of money to leave Everton, but I managed to get him down to 22k in the end. And he is a big, big boy, and he's going to be my central defender from now on, when Diarra is a little bit on the low fitness side. So, let us take a look at... Actually, I'm going to surprise you with this next screen. I was offered the under-23 job for Great Britain at the Olympics, which I happily took, I may add. And this is how our group turned out. Brazil, somehow. Britain, Iran, and, of course, New Zealand down at the bottom. But we drew on points with Brazil. I think we got a draw against them. We won both other matches pretty comfortably. I mean, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. You know, I don't have to go down much more. But you can understand where we're going with this. So, we got second in the group stages, which means we were going to get a harder opponent than Brazil would have done. So, who did we get? It took us to extra time, but we managed to beat South Korea 5-2 in the end. A Danny Welbeck substitution in the 93rd minute meant that he was very fresh and just ran straight through the South Korean defenders. I was surprised they even got 2 goals against us. I really was not happy with the defending of the team. But the major shock was Cameroon knocking out Brazil. Jeez, Brazil. Neymar, Pato, Danilo, something like that. Aruka, you know, they had some incredible players in there. And they got knocked out. Ganso, I think, as well, was in the squad, even though he was over. I think he was 24 at the time. But, because you can have 2 older players in your Great Britain squad, he was in there. Well, in your under-23 squad, he was in there. So, semi-finals, who did we get? We got Cameroon, and we won 1-0, which meant that we would play Spain in the final as they beat Ivory Coast 5-1. Jesus. This was just going to be an uphill struggle from here on out. Danny Welbeck, splendid player. Got us the goal that won us the game, which won us the Olympics. On home turf. No, we couldn't let the fans down. We were at home. Played Spain. Spain had an amazing team. I'll just click on the formations here. So they had Muniain, had Canales, Fabregas, Piqué, Casillas in goal, the cheeky bastards. I had Steele, Baines, Paul Jones, Micah Richards, Carl Walker, Jack Rodwell, Ross Barkley, Henderson, Walcott, Bale, and Welbeck. Bale, I think, got injured if I was... oh, no, fair enough. I think Bale got injured another game then. But we managed to win. Theo Walcott with a goal just before half-time. Ruben with their early goal. And then Danny Welbeck coming on as a sub. I think, was he on a sub or did he start? No, he started. Fair play, didn't start Carroll this game. But Danny Welbeck getting us the goal that won us the game, and we probably should have lost that game, really. Spain sort of dominated. It was a nail-biting finish, I'll be honest with you. Spain put everything up there, kept it on control, and they did not score. So, we won the Olympics. And that is another trophy and more manager points for me. So season 1 is over. It's been a long ride, guys, and we did manage our highest finish ever in the league, which was absolutely brilliant. But that was a bit of a crap burp. But yeah, thighs, yeah, thanks thighs. Thanks guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. I mean, 2 pieces or 3 pieces of silverware, in fact, if you include the Great Britain one. And season 2 is already upon us. You will see the first game of the season is Chelsea. Oh dear God. But next episode will be the pre-season review of season 2 with all the transfers, all the let goes, all the business, and a little shock in store for you guys. So please remember to hit that like button, because let's be honest, if you hit the like button, it does promote penis growth. And honestly guys, who doesn't like a bit of penis growth? So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.